Hello and welcome to this lesson, Decoding Pine Script Qualifiers. This lesson consists of following sections. First, I will introduce you to the Pine Script Qualifiers. Then I will explain the qualifier hierarchy. After that, we'll study definition and usages of qualifiers of Pine Script, such as Const, input, simple, and series qualifiers. And after that, we'll study Pine Script types examples. So let's begin. In Pine Script, qualifiers are like labels on ingredients, telling us when values join the script's party. There are 4 types: const, input, simple, and series. Each type plays a role, and understanding them is the key to scripting success. So in Pine Script, there is a hierarchy in qualifiers. First const, after that input, after that simple, and after that series. Think of it as a ranking system where functions or operations prefer a certain type but are cool with those lower in hierarchy. Now let's review each type of the qualifiers and we'll try to understand the definition of it and how to use it. First, const qualifier. Values for this qualifier are set in stone before the script's first move. Example for this qualifier is whole numbers, decimals, Boolean numbers, colors, or strings. These values of this qualifier are perfect for unchanging elements like titles and constants. Second, let's study input qualifier. Values of this qualifier that are set during script setup but can change later. Those values are handy for user-friendly settings. Next qualifier is the simple qualifier. This qualifier values that are set from the first bar and stay the same. The values of this qualifier are great for constants adapting based on initial conditions. And the final series qualifier, the values for this qualifier, they can change on any script bar. Those values are perfect for dynamic values, especially calculations over different bars. So let's recap what we've learned about these qualifiers. Const qualifier. Constants that stand firm. They are perfect for unchanging element. Input qualifier. Settings are set at the script's start but can change later. Simple qualifier. Values of this qualifier that settle in from the first script bar and remain consistent. And the series qualifier, values for this qualifier that can change on any script bar. Now let's study an example with those qualifiers. First, we'll review the const qualifier. To define this qualifier, we specify the qualifier keyword, then we specify the variable type and then variable name, after that equal and the value of this variable. So we tag this variable definition as a constant, meaning that this variable will remain constant always, and it's set at script compilation time. The same for the second line, const float p equals 3.14. We defined the variable float with constant qualifier. Next, let's review the input qualifier. For the input qualifier, we use input function. And in that input function, we set certain parameters like default value, the input name, minimum value, maximum value, and this value are configurable. When you want to change this value, you change them by pressing on gear button on your script in the Pine Script editor, and you can change those settings before you start your script. Next is the simple qualifier. The simple qualifier, in this case, we assign to the variable that the value that is detected and is set right at the first bar of the chart. In this case, we assign the property of we assign the value to this variable property of the chart.isStandard. This setting is set and is known right at the first bar of the chart. Therefore, this is the example of simple qualifier that is assigned to this variable. And finally, let's study the series qualifier. Series qualifier is used, for example, when you use ta.highest function or ta.lowest function or many other functions in ta namespace, because those functions return the series variable. So this is an example how you use the series variable. You get this variable as for example, as a return from certain functions in Pine Script. So in conclusion, understanding these qualifiers is your secret sauce for crafting Pine Script magic. Whether you're creating dynamic indicators, plotting charts, or adding a touch of interactivity, these qualifiers guide you through the script development. This is the end of the lesson, and I will see you in the next one.